Now, the founder of the Ming Dynasty, his name was Zhu Yongzhang. Now, he actually founded this dynasty, and he had in his, the whole army, he had 6 Muslim generals. Now, of course, putting a general of the army is a very sensitive position. These are people, if you don't trust them, they can have a coup and overthrow you. He had 6 of his generals, they were Muslims. So he sent one of them, who was his most trusted general, to actually go and to continue fighting the Mongols. As we know, the Mongols, they started to attack China again, so the Chinese, they built the Great Wall of China. I'm sure most of us have seen, this long wall which snakes through the mountains. Yeah, this massive structure, it was actually built to keep the Mongols out. And who did he trust with defending this? One of the Muslim generals. His name was Lan Yu. Lan Yu, he was a Muslim general, and he was the most trusted. The emperor, Zhu Yongzhang, he actually trusted him above all of the other generals, this Muslim. So what he did is he was the one responsible for defeating the Mongols. He made sure that they weren't going to ever invade China again. So you can understand, this emperor, he's going to be very thankful to the Muslims. Now, you see an amazing thing that actually happened. This emperor, he had such a love for Islam. He had such a love for the Muslims that he actually wrote a famous poem. It's called the 100-word eulogy. It was a poem that he wrote in honor of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he actually commanded, because he built many masajid, again, because he was thankful to the Muslims. He wasn't a Muslim. I'm going to read to you his poem, and it's going to sound like this man's a Muslim from what he's saying. And Allah knows best what was in his heart. But at least he was thankful to the Muslims for defending his empire. He trusted them, he kept them close. So he wrote what's called the 100-word eulogy. I'm going to read this to you, inshallah. Just listen to the beautiful words. This is written by a Chinese emperor, one of the most powerful men in the world at that time, writing a poem about the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So he said, I'll tell you how it was written first. It's written 4 Chinese characters at a time. And each line is made up of 4 Chinese characters. So he said, since the creation of the universe, God had already appointed this great faith-preaching man. From the West he was born and received the Holy Scripture, a book made of 30 parts, meaning the 30 juz of the Quran, to guide all of creation, the master of all rulers, the leader of the holy ones, with support from the heavens to protect his nation, with 5 daily prayers, silently hoping for peace, his heart directed towards Allah, giving power to the poor, saving them from calamity, seeing through the unseen, pulling the souls and the spirits away from all wrongdoings, a mercy to the worlds, transversing the ancient majestic path, vanquishing away all evil, his religion pure and true, Muhammad, the noble and great one. Allah knows best. Really, when you hear these words, you can't help but think this is a Muslim. It really, you hear these words and you can't think, if he wasn't a Muslim, at least he loved Islam. Now what he did is, he actually established many masjids all around China. He built hundreds of masjids. And he said, I want this poem to be put in every masjid in China. And so you actually see some of the masajid until today, they still have this poem written by this Chinese emperor.